welcome to Country Time in Quinn, where I'll be coming to a live web TV near you. With over 2.5 million views in over 220 countries, this show is live on the internet every Friday evening, and will come to you here from the Cavan Crystal Hotel. And if you would like your manager or artist featured on the show, you can contact drumlinmedia@gmail.com or quinnscountrytime@gmail.com. And my very special guest on here tonight is a fabulous new heartthrob on the scene, and I'm going to say, folks, a heartthrob. His name is Shane Owens. Put that in your diary because here he is. Shane, welcome to the show.
Hello, Seamus. How are you keeping?
I am keeping very good. And for them reading on the social media and looking at YouTube, I can certainly see why there is so much reaction to you, because there's a huge reaction out there. Everybody seems to be talking about you.
Oh, it's great now. I'm getting great feedback from people, and I'm delighted. I'm delighted with how it's going so far.
It's fantastic. And you hail from?
Cavan.
From Cavan?
But I was born in England.
Yes.
Born in Reading, and but I was always over and back to Cavan.
Yes.
Nearly every holiday I got, every time we were coming over, and I loved Cavan. I loved Ireland. I loved Ireland. I love coming over, and so I'm here now, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And music runs through your blood. Your family, your parents, and that, they were into music.
Oh yeah, my dad is very much into music. Yeah, my dad was when I was born, he was always singing, and then he got me into singing, and I was singing, and we used to go out and do gigs together, and we'd be singing. So it does run in the family. It runs in the family. Yeah.
And his name is
Mervyn.
Mervyn, nice to talk to you. I will be talking to you again sometime. But for now as well, you went out with him and played in different venues and in and around the Reading area.
Yeah, Reading, Slough, London, and if we were ever on holidays in Cavan, then we used to go up to Crosskeys or the Kesh in the town.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we play sometimes, yeah.
So you gained your experience from the like of that?
From the pub scene, yeah.
And I would have been talking to people, is the wishing well there in
Reading.
Reading? Yeah, they were asking about you as well, and wants to know when they heard you're coming on the show, we'll be watching out for you, and when are you coming back to talk to us and sing with us?
The wishing well is where I learned my trade. I had great nights there.
Yes.
It was... That place used to go down the storm Saturday nights, and there'd be a great crowd that come up, and it was brilliant there.
I know, and as well as that, Seamus Moore there, and Conrad's 3 as well too, fabulous.
Yeah, he'd always get me up to get me to sing, and I loved going to Conway Street, and it was a great dance hall there, and it was a great scene there. I loved Conway Street, yeah.
And Seamus, he's an absolutely gent and a fabulous guy to actually promote country music and bring people from Ireland over there to London.
It is, yeah, it's great because there wasn't many dance venues in London when I'm like my age. They'd all close down, like the Galtymore and all that sort of stuff closed down. But Seamus Moore, he had this pub, and he brought everyone over from Ireland, and we played them there. So that was great as well. And
I've no doubt the next time you're back there, it's not just to be brought up for a spot, but you will be a very special guest with your band.
I hope so anyway. I'll try, give it a try. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I hope so. No, I know so. I can guarantee you will. And it'll be a great feeling. But for the moment, you're going to start off your gigs here in Ireland.
I am, yeah. The first gig I have is in the Kilmore on the 2nd of May.
Brilliant. A great spot. Fabulous place.
Yeah.
And I have to say there, Joe Finnegan and the crew, they all do a fantastic job there, running a show out there, packed houses all the time.
Oh, every time, yeah. I'd go there and used to watch Nathan Carter or Lisa McHugh. Every time, that big crowd.
Yeah.
Lovely. And it's great to see as well the young people coming out.
I just mentioned on Nathan Carter as well, and I would have met Nathan probably back in Ibiza some years ago before he ever hit the scene. I said, you know, there's a fine looking young guy, and he's going to go places. And look at where he is today. Oh, yeah. And I certainly predict the same for you as well.
I don't know. We have hopefully, yeah, I'll give it a good go.
You will, and it's your dream actually to go out there and sing with the band, and your dream is going to come through because you have got the band. You're in rehearsals at the moment.
Yeah, rehearsed there Wednesday. And I got on well there, and I met the whole band there, and we got on great.
And that's what it's all about.
It
is,
yeah.
Gel well together.
Gel well, and we played together well, and it went really well. Yeah, it was great.
Keyboard, accordion,
the whole lot.
That's what it takes. And you're rehearsing a whole new selection of stuff as well too.
Yes, yeah, we're doing our own little thing, and whole different songs.
And on growing up as well, influences with regard to your music, who would you have listened to now over there in England when you were there, growing up as a youngster?
It was always Mick Flavin of Mike Denver.
It was, yeah. Two fabulous guys.
It wasn't any of this pop stuff that all my friends would listen to. It was always them two.
Yeah.
I'd listen to it, and then, I used to be singing along to Mick Flavin all day, all night. So yeah.
Well, now we can see where the influence is coming from in that regard, and it's great to see that influence coming along, because people like Mick and Mike and all those people, like, you know, and they are fabulous artists, and still doing the rounds. They're as good as ever today, and travelling abroad everywhere as well. Like, you've all that in front of you, so you'll be meeting people like that from time to time on the circuit and picking up wee bits and pieces from them.
I'd love to meet my idols.
You will. Yeah. And recordings as well. You have a single out there at the moment.
Yeah, a single, "Walking on the Waves" is called.
It's a fabulous song.
Yeah, people seem to like it now. It's got good feedback, which is great.
It's getting good feedback there on YouTube as well, on the WW, and we'll certainly give them a spin as well too. But even the radio station, and we listen to some of the radio stations further afield as well, and there's people ringing in wanting to hear it. Who's this new guy? Can you play that song?
Yeah.
And this is where it's all coming down to. It's all get the information out there, and when people, when they hear something good, they want to hear more of it.
Yeah.
So you're leaving them hungry and thirsty for more, and that's what's going to just be the start of your career, is going down that road with a fabulous band, giving people what they want. And I've no doubt it's something to look forward to, and something that you will thoroughly enjoy as well.
I'll enjoy it, definitely.
And I've no doubt you'll be doing guest spots here and there with different bands too, just to promote yourself and the group.
Yeah.
And you have a good team behind you as well.
Oh, great team. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for better. It's great now. I can't believe the opportunity I've gotten. It's great. I couldn't have asked for
it is fantastic. And you say you're back here, and you're living around Cavan as well at the moment?
Yeah, just outside Killalec, the old Breffni radio house.
Oh, very good. Yeah. This is where the pirate music started off first.
Right. Yes? Yeah, that's right. The whole stars were there. Daniel O'Donnell, Phil Beckley, Mike Flav. Everyone was in that.
So
house.
It's got its own history.
It's got a history.
And we'll have to take the camera up there someday and do a bit of recording up there with you someday.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
That'd be lovely someday. We'd certainly love to do that.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
It was great talking to you, and I know that you're going to sing a few songs for us later on in the show.
Definitely.
But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually take an ad break, and then we're going to actually let our viewers out there see your new video and get their opinion on that. But we already know their opinion on it because I've already been watching social media, and we'll come back and talk to you on that. But for now, we will take an ad break.
Cavan Crystal Hotel, gateway to Ireland's Lakelands.
An island in the sunlight, laughter in the rain, a whiskey in the darkness. It all feels just the same. Watch the sunset over Galway, see the twilight merge to dawn, hear the waves caress the shoreline as the Highland carries on. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side I am walking on the waves. There's two lovers on the Cladder, and they walk them to the sun. Their silhouettes are on the water as they paddle hand in I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. So you look out on the ocean, see the headlands and the strands, and you wonder what horizons will shape tomorrow's plans. And through the turning of the seasons and the cycle of the days, every drink's another reason to let tomorrow sail away. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves.
Well, there you are. A fabulous, fabulous video there by young Shane Owens there, walking on the waves. And it's certainly getting plenty of play out on the airways throughout the country. People are requesting it. And Shane, I have to say, you're doing a class job there on that one, and I'm sure there's lots more to come in the future. But now we're going to go to a man that's well known to everybody throughout the length and breadth of Ireland and further afield as well. And he's actually managing this young man here, and his name is Joe Finnegan. Joe,
Seamus,
welcome
how
to
are
the
you?
show. Not at all, we're delighted, Joe.
Great to be
Delighted
here.
to have you here in the hot seat.
I'm delighted to be here, and thank you for having me, and indeed for having Shane as well. It's a real pleasure to be here.
A fabulous young guy.
Oh, absolutely. You look
For you.
You know, I think what I was saying to you before I came into studio is that nowadays, and you would know this better than most, Seamus, travelling around to the different dance halls and the venues across the country. Yes, you know, the performance on stage is important. To have the good voice is important. To pick the right songs. But one has to have personality as well, both on stage and off stage. And this young man has it in abundance. Believe you me, he really has. We're very excited. And we're thrilled that we have a young guy who is very determined, very hardworking, extremely ambitious. And he knows he's very fortunate, he's very lucky, he's getting a huge break. But, you know, initially, if the reaction is anything to go by, you know, I think he's destined for great things. I really do. So
Well, I'm
fingers
quite
crossed.
certain he is destined for great things, because listening to him out there on the airways and on the radio singing, and listening to what people are saying out there in the scene, they're just talking about him. They can't wait to see him. And it's the Hotel Kilmore in May, isn't it? What day is it in May? Is it?
It's on the 2nd of May. It's the Saturday of the bank holiday
Oh,
weekend.
fabulous.
And it's only right and proper that it
Yeah.
is in Cavan, because as Shane mentioned to you during his interview, really he's a Cavan man through and through.
Right.
Now, I know the people of Reading and the surrounding areas may have something to say about that, but when I first met him, you know, I could see that sort of that country look was there. One could sense that you know, he has a great love and affection for Cavan and surrounding areas. Now based in Cavan, living in Cavan, this is going to be home for him from now on. But I think he'll be the first to tell you it's like a home away from home.
Yeah.
And living in Kilnalek. So when we were putting the schedule together for his live performances, we said to ourselves, it has to be Cavan. And even though we know large numbers of people from the Breffni County will travel to the launch on Saturday, the 2nd of May in the Hotel Kilmore, would you believe a large number of people are travelling from the UK as well. So
Excellent.
We're going to have an international audience that night, Seamus. We really are. We can't wait. We're looking forward to it.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I'm speaking to him here this evening as well. He comes across that kind of guy, beautiful, fabulous young guy as well.
Yeah.
And you certainly have to put on plenty of security along the front of the stage, because the young ladies will be just flocking up there to grab hold of him.
Well, you know, did you or I ever think that we would see the day when, 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 35-year-olds are coming to the dances, Shay? And not only that, they are dancing beautifully and so eloquently. They know how to jive, they know how to waltz, they know the foxtrots, the slow sets. They can do every single dance. And every time when I'm traveling around the country, every venue I go to, people say to me, look, we need more bands, we need more talent, we need more live acts. And so we're just responding to a demand that's out there at the moment in taking people like Shane and we're very excited about the band as well. We really are. We have some of the country's finest musicians with Shane on stage. Richard Nelson is the band leader, the MD of the band. What can one say about Richard? He's played with Daniel O'Donnell, Mick Flavin. He's played with them all.
Cream of the crop.
Steel guitar, one of the best in the world.
Yes.
Lead guitar, and as I said, MD. We've Mickey Medine on drums.
Oh, great.
You and I know the importance of the beat when it comes to live dancing, and he's blessed with that beautiful beat. We're very excited also because we have Pat Casey in the band, and people who follow country music will know that Pat Casey is one of the finest fiddle players, beautiful harmonica player. We're really chuffed to have him in the band. And then we have Craig Davis. People will know Craig from his time with Jerry Guthrie and also as one part of the Davis Brothers.
Yes.
Beautiful bass guitarist and a lovely singer in his own right. And then we have a young guy by the name of Steve Keary, who is an emerging talent in his own right. Beautiful keyboard player, accordion player, and a wonderful singer as well. So a 5-piece band, wonderful live sound. If the rehearsals are anything to go by, people are in for a real treat, Seamus.
Well, I've no doubt that there will be, and they'll be flocking back in their hundreds and thousands, even over the coming weeks and months ahead as well, because this guy, he's on the crest of a wave, and he's about to just take off. And I would say, even in the Kilmore or any other venues you will see him around the country, do come early, because there will certainly be a huge number of people at the door, and you may not even get in. So I would say, get in early, come early, and enjoy the night, because you're in for a treat when you see this young guy on the stage, him and his band. It'll be absolutely fabulous.
We can't wait.
We certainly can't wait. And just on saying that here, and anyone that knows Joe Finnegan there, he's a producer and presenter there with Shannon State Northern Sound as well, and he does his shows and does a fantastic job for the country scene throughout and length and breadth of the country as well. And if a lot of people actually would have been ringing in from America and Australia and various things at midnight when the show is sent out again, and they're listening to it at different times, and they look forward to listening to your show and catching up with all the gossip in Ireland as well too.
It's amazing. Everywhere I go, I say to people, the number of people who take me to bed with them, Seamus, it's just unbelievable. Quite literally bring the radio, the tranny, or whatever it is, and wherever they are, if they're watching, thank you for listening. That's all I can say.
I have a brother in Boston there, and he has the internet radio over there, and he's full to, in actual fact, he can tell me more of what's happening at home than I know myself.
That's it.
I didn't know that.
The beauty of the internet.
The phone call from America, they're telling me all this information. And it's great, the internet as well, and even ourselves here working out over the World Wide Web, and it's bringing it to those people that would have left Ireland, what's happening back home, and they're abroad, and they're wondering what the scene is.
Well, as you said, thanks to modern day technology, people now who are living abroad are in some cases better informed than we are. And the world now as such is a smaller place, and given what we're going through, I keep making the point on the radio all the time that, once upon a time, I came through Knock Airport recently, and I can remember when it was first built, some of the scenes at Knock Airport when people had to leave and, for all sorts of different reasons, had to go to faraway places to find work or what have you. Even though people are still leaving and there's a lot of heartache, it's not as bad now, because with programs like this, the radio, all the different websites that are available to people, and they can keep in contact with each other and maintain that contact on a weekly basis, on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, right, hour by hour, and it's great to see that, and people love listening into what's at home, because when you're further away from home, you're always itching to know what's happening back home, and it gives them that wee bit of reality and then touch at home, and they feel that much better as well. But even the Night with the Stars that you have there in the Hotel Kilmore, Kinronan Castle and places like that, they're fabulous shows.
We get an unbelievable reaction to those shows, Seamus. Every day we get phone calls into the station, when is the next show? And just on that note, the next show is the open air event, which is now, this will be its third year, and we're staging it again in Roscommon town at Roscommon Racecourse. Last year we were blessed with beautiful weather, and thousands, and as you know, that's no exaggeration, thousands from all over Ireland. Indeed, again, there was an international feeling to it all, because people travel from all over the world, from Dutch and from Holland and Belgium and America to be there. And this year it's happening on the 28th of June. Open air, again in Roscommon town. Nathan is there, Mike Denver, Jimmy Buckley, Patrick Feeney, Robert Mazzell. Look, the list is endless.
I look forward to getting down there with my camera.
And of course, the beauty of the event is, it's purpose-built Roscommon Racecourse, on-site car parking, on-site catering facilities, bar facilities, and we install, and this year we're putting in a massive dance floor. And the idea is people can sit and listen, or if people want to get up and dance, off you go.
I know when I spoke to so many people, even from the Galway show and even over in Sligo, and people that actually don't go dancing, but their concerts is their thing, they just love it, and they're so looking forward to each one of those venues that come up.
It's amazing. The concerts are so popular, and you're right, there's people who just love to dance, and there are others who just want to sit and listen to the music and what have you. And whenever we stage them, as you well know, Seamus, they always sell out. And, we plan to do more and more of them, not only here in Cavan, but right across the region that we broadcast to and further afield. As long as the demand is there, we will put them on.
Well, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman here, he certainly does more than his part for country music right throughout the length and breadth of Ireland, and even further afield as well. And I have to say, congratulations, Joe, because you are a great ambassador for country music.
Well, and may I say, and to the people here at Cavan TV, what you're doing for country music, it's unbelievable. I know you work so hard behind the scenes with your team here to produce and present this show every week. It's hard work. It's not easy, but I know, like myself, you get great enjoyment from it. So continue the great work. Keep it up. You're doing a marvellous job. And thanks for all the help and the support. And I know on behalf of Shane and all the other artists that I work with, it's a heartfelt thanks from all of us.
Not at all. And again, Joe, thank you very much now. But we'll go to another ad break as well, and we'll come back where we'll hear a few songs from the man himself, Shane Owens.
Cavan Crystal Hotel provides 4-star accommodation on the edge of Cavan town. Located conveniently on the Dublin Road, just 60 minutes away from Dublin. With 85 beautifully appointed bedrooms and a number of luxurious suites. We offer wedding packages. With our one wedding a day policy, we guarantee to make yours a special day. Enjoy a meal at our award-winning Opus One restaurant, or have a drink in the atrium or residence bars. Feeling energetic? You can work out in Zest Health and Fitness Club, or maybe pamper yourself and visit Utopia Health and Beauty Clinic, or Avita's Hair Salon, both located on site. Situated only 5 minutes from Cavan Town Centre and local amenities. Cavan Crystal Hotel, gateway to Ireland's Lakelands.
Well, welcome back. And I'd like to say a very, very special thanks to our guests here tonight here, Shane Owens, and to his manager here, we have Joe Finnegan. But from Country Time in Quinn, I'd like to say good night. Do go and see this young man at any venue you see him around the country, and you will get him on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Shane Owens Music. And you go and catch him. But Shane is going to play us out tonight with a few numbers, and we leave it to Shane. And from Country Time in Quinn, Joe Finnegan and Shane, good night. Have a great weekend.
I was born and reared in Boston, the place you all know well. Brought up by honest parent, the truth to you I tell. Brought up by honest parent and reared most tenderly. Still I became a sporting lad at the age of 23. My character was taken and I was sent to jail. My friends, they came to try to in vain to get me out on bail. The jury found me guilty, the clerk he wrote it down. The judge he passed the sentence, I was bound from Charlestown. All you that have your freedom, take a warning if you can, and don't go round the streets at night breaking laws of God or man. For if you do, you'll surely rogue, find yourself like me, serving up for 20 years in a penitentiary. Serving up for 20 years in a penitentiary. Thank you. I'm gonna do a song here. It's the first song I ever learned. It was called Country Road, so I'll give it a blast anyway. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, shining North River. Life is old and older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like the breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, oh mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gathered round her. Miner's lady, straight to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Respite taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, oh mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear a voice in the morning as she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, oh mountain mama, take me home. Country roads take me home now. Country roads take me home now. Country roads.